Everybody, it's Tyler checking in here at the Lakeshore Qualifier, team number 6318, Freedom Engineers. And I'm here with Ryan and Gavin, this team coming out of Freedom, Wisconsin. We're going to be talking about this 2021 robot they built here. Of course, talking about the intake into the hopper, out into the shooter, and maybe some lessons learned from the 2020 season going into this year, all here on Behind the Bumpers.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting fun so we can continue to make content for you. Stryker makes some of the most revolutionary medical equipment and is a big supporter of FIRST and its participants. If you are looking for an internship or career that supports you being in FIRST, check out careers.stryker.com to learn more. If your team or organization is hosting an off-season event, did you know you can stream it right here on FIRST Updates Now for free? Events that stream on FIRST Updates Now receive an additional 25 to 100% additional viewership because we help you promote your event on a large platform. If you're interested, reach out to us on any of our social platforms, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com. Let's get your off-season event streaming on FIRST Updates Now. Hurry, dates are booking fast, and we take first come, first serve for all our events.
So starting out on this robot, we're going to be going through the intake here. Talk to me a little about, some of the components that are part of it. Why did you choose that route, and maybe some iterations you went through as you went throughout the process?
So with our intake, we did not want to pick the ball up over the robot, so we decided to actually cut our frame, which made it easier for us to drive over the ball and suck them in. Our original idea was to have two separate systems in between the intake and hopper with kind of a mecanum wheel type system. But in the end, we figured out we could kind of combine them all into one system. So it goes right from the intake right up to the hopper. That just a little more continuity.
Sure, and what material is this block and then also this roller here?
This is acrylic and this is plastic.
Okay, so when you're looking at kind of doing that all-in-one system on that, was that your first idea to go with, or what was the initial concept?
No, our initial concept is that we're going to have like mecanum wheels that would funnel the ball into this hopper system up a little higher up.
And when you tried doing mecanum, like what worked and what didn't work from you that led you to this design?
We just kind of thought of this design and thought it worked better.
Yeah, fair enough on that. Let's continue. We're going to be talking about the hopper a little bit more, and obviously you got a lot of belting here. Interested to know how your team makes sure that this belting also stays on track and not falling off as well. So tell me a little bit more about this, and we'll see a power cell go through.
We carved these notches into it so that they'd stay in, but even so, every once in a while they'll come off.
So when the robot's being driven or something like that, is there anything that like your operator or driver does to try to mitigate that while picking them up or anything?
It's kind of hard to prevent, but sometimes you have to make sure that not too many balls get put into it. Not too many balls get jammed into it because then it could get bunched up.
And Gavin, how many power cells do you typically hold during a normal cycle?
Usually 3.
Okay, makes sense on that. So let's wrap up here talking about the shooter a little bit. Interested to hear about, because if we get a close-up on the shooter wheels here, we do see a lot of yellow stain, and I'm guessing you didn't dye that beforehand. That's from the power cells. So talk to me a little about what the shooter is, and just like, from a grip standpoint, how did you get like this compression ratio down, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so our original shooter, we just used the regular kit of part wheels, just because we had them available and we tested them out beforehand. But yeah, we just had to make sure we got enough friction down that it could shoot the ball out well, and that's what the yellow came from.
And how about like the spacing on this? How did you determine like how much spacing you wanted for how much compression on the power cell?
We just knew our power cell was 7 inches and say, hey, we want an inch of compression.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And then lastly, just something I want to ask you. In your 2020 robot, as we talked earlier, you had a climber on that robot, and it was mostly just for climbing, right? And this year you went with the power cell with no climber. Talk to me about a couple of lessons learned from 2020 into 2021. Like, how did you go from that robot to this one and say, hey, this is more what we want to try this year?
So our 2020 robot was basically just a lift that went and hung up on the hanger. I forgot what it was called.
The switch, yep.
This generator switch, yes. And so at our competition, due to the fact that we couldn't shoot, we did not move on to the qualification rounds. And for this year, we just wanted to do something different, so we decided to take on the challenge of doing the shooter instead of the lift.
Well, we just saw you play a match before. I know you're trying to get things going up here, but a couple shots out look pretty good. So can't wait to see, of course, here at the rest of the competition. Freedom Engineers coming out of Freedom. Thanks for taking the time, and good luck at this competition, and hopefully any future ones as well that we see your team. Thanks for taking the time.
Yep, thank you.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting this video. Stryker is looking for current and future FIRST alumni to join their internship program, and FIRST mentors who are looking for a great career with a company who actually supports their FIRST journey. Go to careers.stryker.com to learn more. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow. And check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.